You are listening to the Million Dollar Coach Business Podcast with Amanda Karlstad, episode number 264. Welcome to the Million Dollar Coach Business Podcast, a show for coaches who are ready to up-level their business and take their impact, leadership, and results to $1 million level and beyond. If you're ready to break through your limitations and start taking powerful action and become the seven-figure version of you that your business needs in order to grow, scale, and thrive, this show is for you. I'm your host, Amanda Karlstad, master coach, high-level business mentor and advisor, master intuitive, and business growth and scaling expert. Let's get down to business. Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's show. So good to have you here. I'm super excited to talk to all of you today. I have a really powerful teaching and I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm so thrilled to have you here for this conversation. But before we dive in, I have been in such a place of gratitude. And part of that is so grateful for the work that we do as coaches and so proud of the work that my clients are doing. I'm so proud of the wins that they are creating. And over the past couple of weeks, we have just been experiencing some major wins. And it has been so much fun to witness those wins, to celebrate those wins, to really see everyone stepping into those next versions of themselves. And I'm so blown away when I look back at what so many of them have created this year. And so are they. And we are just in such a place of gratitude and celebration. And just to give you some context of this, we have had clients that are generating over $100,000 a month consistently in the business. We have clients that have created multiple six figures in their businesses, that have launched new programs, that have enhanced the programs that they have, that have installed and built new marketing systems and sales systems, and clients that are literally launching brand new programs. They're birthing brand new programs and building momentum with these new programs. And we have so many success stories and clients that are, for example, layering on coaching programs into already existing businesses. We have all different types of coaches in our containers that are doing such unique and amazing work in the world. And I am just truly blown away. I'm truly honored every day to work with these amazing clients, and I can't wait to see what they create in the coming years. So with that, I was thinking about all of you, and I want to invite you, if you are in a place where you're ready to go to the next level, I want you to apply to work with us inside of our containers. We have our Business Accelerator program that's called the Mastermind, and this is a powerful container for coaches who are working to grow to six figures and beyond. And it's a very powerful container that combines mastermind components, group coaching, one-on-one coaching, and very customized and personalized business strategy and consulting. And this is really such a powerful program. It's such a powerful container for coaches in particular that have a proven offer, who have a specific program that they have either created or have a program that they want to create, and they're really ready to create that foundation in the business so that they can really grow and scale it ultimately. And I think that if you're in a place where you have clients, or maybe even you're coaching in another program and you have that professional coaching experience, you are certified, you have gone through training, and you're really ready to go to the next level, then I truly believe this is the program for any coach that's really looking to grow to that six-figure and beyond mark. And it's really for those of you that are ambitious and driven and want to really do the work that is required to build an extraordinary business. And I will also say, for those of you that are at or are trending towards that six-figure mark, or perhaps you're even beyond that, I also want to invite you to apply to work with us inside of the $1 Million Mastermind. This is our highest level container where we build and scale $1 million coaching businesses. And this is really for those of you who have built your business to that 6-figure mark or more. And now you're in a place where you're ready to scale, where you're ready to take things also to that next level. And typically what I see for most coaches who come into this container is that you've probably sold your program successfully, either as a one-on-one offer or maybe as a group program. And at the same time, you've also hit a plateau. You also have hit a ceiling in your business, and you know that there is so many more levels available, that you're leaving so much money on the table and that there's so much more that you're capable of. And what I see for most of the coaches that are coming into this container is that they've typically created some good momentum through organic channels in the business. And again, at the same time, they also know that in order to go to that next level, in order to really, truly build to that $1 million level, that they need a different strategy, that they need to be incorporating more sophisticated things like funnels, like sales systems, like paid advertising. And I will tell you all, there are a lot of considerations when you are at this level in your business. And one of the things that I'm just so proud of is that I really consider us to be masters at helping coaches that have hit that level really take it to that $250K, that $500K, that $1 million level in a very accelerated way. And it's also in a very customized and strategic way. It's unique to each and every business, to every coach. And when I look at the work that we do in this container, and really all of our containers, I believe it is $1 million work, because the coaching, the conversations, the strategy, the advisement, I personally always approach all of my client work from that 7-figure lens. And so if you are trending or you're at that level in your business, I want to highly encourage you to apply, because one of the things that I have been considering and thinking and spending a lot of my own personal time around is the impact. And one of the things that is very important to me, that is very important when I look at my own impact and the impact of my work with my clients, and I've said this from day one, even in this podcast, but part of my mission is to create the most successful community of coaches in this industry, to set the standard of what is possible, to create the standard in terms of the programming that we offer, in terms of the results that we help our clients achieve, and that we do that in the most integrous way. Because here's what I have found to be true. The more that I do this work, the more that I see and work with so many talented coaches, at the same time, I see so many that are not getting the level of support that they need. So many that are not experiencing the level of success that they could be. And I really, truly believe I am here to help change that, to help as many of you to step into and become the highest version of you, to become the leader that your business needs you to be, to help power you and your business with the tangible business strategies that will actually help you grow the business to the level that you desire. And so the result of that, the ripple effect, is the work that I do, but what it's really about is all of our work and the ripple effect of coaching throughout the world. And that becomes bigger and bigger. I invite you to consider this invitation to do just that. And let's get to work. All right. So I mentioned that today's teaching is going to be extremely powerful. And that is the importance of creating what I call success by default. And so here's what I mean by that. So often when we don't have the results that we want in business, or it could be any area of our life, it is very normal and very human to look externally at the reasons why we didn't achieve the goal or why we didn't achieve a certain result. And I think especially right now, There is so much happening in our world right now. There are so many reasons why one could argue, for example, the economy could be the reason that we aren't achieving the goal or the result. And this is very normal. It's very normal to look externally, to look outside of ourselves, to look at external circumstances like the economy or even what's happening on social media. For example, the changing algorithms. And it could actually make logical sense. It could make sense that in a lot of cases, and depending on the business, depending on the type of coaching, depending on what is happening in the world, that the argument absolutely could make sense. And this isn't to say that there aren't big things happening right now. Absolutely there are. And so what I'm observing right now is that there seems to be more and more conversations happening. There seems to be more and more talk around the impact that some of these external things are having on businesses. And what I want to bring to you today is that what if, despite what's happening, what if, despite the economy, what if, despite all of the external things that are happening, you could still create success by default? What if you could actually make it unreasonable for yourself to not achieve your goals? And this is what I want to invite you to consider, because what if you could create a level of success that blew your mind and you did it in a way where it was created by default? And I'm here to tell you all that you can do this. And how you do this is largely in part by doing the things and by taking the actions, by being the leader that your business needs you to be. It's creating an environment where your probability for success far outweighs your probability for failure. And I want you to really consider this, because what I am seeing happen, whether it's working with a new client or whether just observations that I have within the industry, especially where you may not be where you want to be in terms of the results that you have in your business, whatever scenario it is, the truth is that the reason that is happening is because success is not being created by default. It's because the actions that lead to the result that we want are probably not happening, or they're not happening with a level of consistency that they need to. Doing the work, implementing and executing on the things that actually tangibly grow the business are part of the reason why success isn't being created by default. And what's happening instead is that I see so often a lack of clarity around what to even do, or what steps to take, or what strategy to follow, or maybe choosing a strategy, but choosing a strategy that isn't even capable of growing the business to the level that you actually want. Or I see also where, as the coach, as the business owner, you're not showing up in a way that's congruent with the level of results that you want to create. And it presents in so many different ways. And so what I want you to assess for yourself right now is, am I really taking the actions and showing up in the way and leading my business growth in a way that's congruent with the level of results that I want to achieve? And I want you to consider this question deeply, because in my years of doing this work, one thing I've observed over and over is that you might be clear on that end result. You might be clear on the results that you want to create. You might be clear on your goals. You might even have a really deep belief in your ability, in your capability of achieving what it is that you want to achieve. But if you're not following up that belief, that vision with the actions, with the behaviors, with the actual pieces that make it inevitable for you to create the results that you want, the truth is that you will not create your success by default. Instead, you'll create the results that you have by default instead. And so this is one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about the work that we do, about the work that we do inside of our programs, It's why more often than not, when we have clients come into the container, even when they've been in other programs and tried all of the things, and coaches that have been building their businesses for years that come into this container, more often than not, they're able to create extraordinary results in a very short amount of time. And a big part of this is because our work is what we're talking about today. It's about creating an environment where rather than creating more of the same by default, we instead start to create an environment where we start to create success instead by default. And it's because we choose to show up differently. It's because clients choose to take different actions, because we do the deep inner work, because we are helping to help clients leverage probability in their favor. Because when you start to stack the deck in your favor, when you start to get real about the actions that you're taking, about who you are being in your business, over time and very often, very quickly, you start to create an environment where it then becomes unreasonable for you not to win, where it then becomes unreasonable for you not to create what it is that you most want to create. So right now, I want you to answer, are you choosing to create success by default, or are you choosing the opposite? And the truth is maybe you don't even realize it. Maybe this conversation is the awareness that you need to look at this for yourself. And that's wonderful. And I want to invite you that now is your time. Now can be your time. Now that you have this awareness, how are you going to choose differently? How are you going to choose to create an extraordinary business? So with that, have a great day. Take care, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to this episode of the $1 Million Coach Business Podcast. If you're ready to step into the $1 million version of yourself and scale your business to 6, multi-6, or 7 figures and beyond, go to amandakarlstadcoaching.com.